Okay, so yeah, whatever is happening here. I just took a shower and I don't know why it's like gray blanket makes it more curly or something. I don't know. Still kind of wet, so my hair is like all curled up. So not trying to care about my hair, but don't want to look too. I don't want to be distracting. That's all. So okay. I'm only sharing this reading. It's very personal, but I'm only sharing it because it was so. And I wish I could put it on. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Private. Why? So like one person can watch. So Robin could. Hi, Robin. Ever Evolver, so that she could watch it. I love my Pisces. I was just watching Pisces Moon. I think it's Pisces Moon in 11:11. She's good, and there's something about like, I don't know, maybe she's younger. She was like being nice, and that's how Pisces is. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, and and I'll try with the cards clinking on the table and this and that. And I'm going the whole time because I'm 41, right? I'm just like, fuck these people. I'm just like, if they don't, turn the shit down, figure it out, make it work for you. Like, don't complain about stupid little shit. That's why I don't even have my comments open. Because I've already dealt with enough of that and trying to please people, and you can't please like everybody. You can't even please anybody. I mean, it's hard enough to just please yourself, right? So, a little bit of Palo Santo. There was synchronicities because I was watching my brother Gat out here, and when he said Gabriel, it was right when I was like, okay, I'm done shuffling. I was like, do you want one more card? And I was like, shuffling. I'm like, okay, I guess we're done. Am I, tiring? These are stiff cards, and it's kind of, big deck, not too big, but whatever. Your hand, even if you got big man hands like mine. Oh wow, in the shade, in the dark in here, looks like anyway, genetics. Okay, so. So right when he is saying Archangel Gabriel, I'm looking at the top card when I'm done with laying out the cards for this person, and it's the Judgment card. Archangel Gabriel, okay? Confirmed by, if I can get it here, that was on the bottom. So no card flipped out. I just kept going and going. I'm like, okay, I guess, they didn't want to give me any more cards. Because they gave me this 4 in a row, and the second was a 4. Actually, the Death card 13, that reduces to 4. Then it was the Emperor, then the 10 of Pentacles, and then the 4 of Wands. Excuse me. So there's 3 4s out of that. Mirroring 4 and 4 on either side of the little cross here, and so I just thought it was like, okay, I feel like, because there was a 4 on my side, 4 of Cups, and then 4 on his side, 4 of Stones, Pentacles. Because the first card that came out, shuffling, doing the whole thing, right? And then what I usually do is I pull out the center chunk and put it in the front just to like, just a quick way to cut the deck in your hand, right? And so, one stuck out on my tongue because I was intending to start with the Virgo, and I'm like, but I'm just surrendered to my guidance. Okay, so what's stuck out? I'm like, I'm like, okay, I guess this one's for the Scorpio reading, and I just went with my guidance and was confirmed at the end by Archangel Gabriel. And right when I looked at that was right when Gat said Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so Palo Santo, adios. Adios, mio. Okay, so that I just kept out. I'm like, okay, this is you, Scorpio. This is your, okay. For the Chrysalis deck. So very, that relates to Scorpio, transformation, the Death card, rebirth. Okay, so I'm using the Chrysalis deck. And I'll turn maybe I'll turn on the light. There's the book, because I don't have the box in here, but because it's more of like just a cover, like package, you know what I mean? This is the deck I used for the Virgo. It was the Aquarius deck. Just got that at the local shop. I like it because it's in a little tin box, so that's good. Okay, so let me do this here. So I can show you the cards here. And then I'll show you. So when I was done, okay, I opened this deck up. Okay, so 7 of Wands is on the bottom. Okay, Judgment with Archangel Gabriel on the top. And I open the deck and it goes to 9 of Pentacles. And I do it again and it goes to 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So I did that after I laid the Virgo reading down. For the Virgo, I want to find out about these 2 people. Okay, so then after I did that, like I said, the second time I did it, it was 9 of Pentacles again. But that, like I was just explaining how there was a little gap of time and energy in between, and I still went to the same exact. Okay. So, okay, let me show you now. Let me turn the light on too. Oop. Almost knocked that off the table. Haha. Okay, let's see here. Let's see the. Well, they're kind of. So no bounces, no bounces. No falsies, no bouncies. Okay. So, shuffle, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, when I'm shuffling, what I do, I'll just show you as an example. So when I'm done shuffling and I go to lay out the cards, I'll just take a center chunk out like that, okay? And then bloop on the top, and I'll just go one after the other and lay them down in that order like that. So, crowning was the healer. Okay, that's that innocent love, pure love, harmony, balance, truth, always just wanting to be peaceful, get to the solution, get back to the heart. This is just that easy breezy. Not flight of fancy type. This is very deep, heartfelt love, okay? Wanting, this isn't someone offering their heart, okay? Very healing, heart energy. Okay, Page of Mirrors, Page of Cups. Now remember this, when I pulled that center out like this, sometimes a card will stick out, and this is what it was. So I was intending to do the Virgo with this deck, but my guides, my angels said do it for the Scorpio. Okay, so at the center core, it's kind of a messy little, I'll show you here. Just to confirm the Scorpio again, when I cut into the deck for the Virgo reading, it opened up to the Death card. Because there's 10 of Cups on the bottom and 10 of Swords on the top. I'm like, oh yeah, 10 of Cups. Yep. That's a pipe dream. That's over. And then I looked at the top, it was like 10 of Swords. I'm like, yep. And then I opened to the Death card. I'm like, oh yeah, that's dead, that's over. Oh yeah, and that's also Scorpio again. Hello, Death card. Twice. That's just me going like this, opening up, boom. Okay, that I got 9 of Pentacles twice when I did that. I just did this one once because I'm like, well, I don't think there's much. I don't need to do it again. I ain't trying to test the spirit that much. Okay. But being a Cancer moon, and it's just this moon. Okay, so I was doing a lot of readings and then getting confirmations from people. And anyway, Pisces moon 11/11. Yeah, that was great. I forgot which one I watched, but I think the one, I think they're the most recent, the one for the masculine, and then there might have been one other one. Anyway, yeah. But then today she was like, I can't use the cloth. I just need to, you guys are just gonna have to take your earbuds out or turn it down or whatever. It's just funny because Pisces has been coming up, and then with Soul Family, and then also just because it came up in the card, so I was like, because when that Leo card came up, Pisces was right, or the Pisces card came up, but I thought it was just one, but the Leo card was stuck behind it, so that's why and my brother Gat, who's Leo, and so that's why I was like, you have a Pisces connection? So anyway, and then my twin flame, or activator twin, hazmat, buddy team partner, whatever you want to call this beautiful soul, okay, who, like, I was, okay, this path, alright, so I'm respecting it. But I'm also happy and lighthearted too. And I ate some good food and had some pineapple water. So, okay. Page of Cups at the top. Okay, this is the Scorpio. Okay, reading for the Scorpio. It was going to be Virgo, but I was okay. So I was told. So the Healer comes out, and then the Weaver, and that's me. That's my last name, Weber, Weaver, Eber, Hebrew. Hello. And this is the Queen. See, she's the smartest queen because it's the Queen of Swords, but it's the queen, so it's balanced with the right brain, feminine, the water. That's the queen. The masculine is the swords, the air, the left brain, the logic. Okay, so very balanced. Okay, and it's called the Weaver in this deck, which is. And my great-grandmother, Anna, okay, and her husband, this was actually the one she was going to get engaged to, and then left Austria and came here and married someone else and had my grandfather and so on and so forth. But this was her engagement ring from the man that she left back in Austria when she came here during World War I, and her husband, my great-grandmother and great-grandfather, started the Trinity Alps, Trinity, in Weaverville, California. Weaver, Weber, Weaver. Okay, so, and Spider, the Weaver, the storyteller. All right. So that's at the core center between both, okay? I'm going to move these. These are the three clarifiers I'll show you in a minute for that death card, because I was just pulling some at the end, shuffling, and they popped out one at a time as I kept shuffling. So, excuse me. Oh yeah, this was at the center. Okay. I don't want to get the cards mixed up here. So, at the foundation was Temperance, which is Major Arcana, and that's perfect balance. Okay, at the center heart core of it. See, also because it's a queen, it's not a king of water, it's a queen of air. So it's the masculine and feminine together, but the feminine leading the way because it's a queen, okay? The page is also feminine, okay? That's the Healer, the Page of Cups there. So the Healer, the Weaver, Temperance. So that's Earth and Water, the Page of Cups. So Page is Earth. So Temperance is Major Arcana, so that's really a strong, balanced foundation. Okay? Very supported by the divine. Now, on his side, and there's that Four of Pentacles again. Yep. Very much guarded. With sharing in a very tangible way. This isn't necessarily sharing your resources, okay? But this is that lack mentality. When there's some balance somewhere else, you might and with the Scorpio, guard your heart, guard your emotions. Make sure that's the first thing you protect when there's an imbalance anywhere else. So, and that's very much in line with the energies of, this person. And my side over here is a 4 too. That was the 4 stones, 4 pentacles, and mine's on the right. The feminine side is the 4 of mirrors, the 4 of cups. So that's, that's me. Anxiety. So someone who's guarded, mirroring how I express it as anxiety, stress. Okay. So it's interesting that I'm the earth sign and he's the water sign, but I have 4 cups on my side and he has 4 of pentacles on his side. Okay, and then his 3 cards. 2 of wands. That's the 2 of spirals. Robin's nest, or what? Which one was that had the robins? It came out. It's on the Emperor card. So 2 of wands to the Ace of wands, and this is how they came out in order, in the Hierophant. So 2 of wands, 2 of fire, like twin flames, like the true ones that are supposed to be together. I'm just reporting the reading, okay? I'm just saying. 2 spirals, golden spiral, whatever, okay? Ace, okay? 2 merging into 1. Vortex action. Hierophant. So that's the divine child, so that's the healed. Okay, the healer was crowning. The weaver, weaving your dark and light together, conquering your demons, exploring your past lives, past life trauma, this life's trauma, ancestral trauma, all okay, so that healed inner child, now it's like that sturdiness, that institution that is you, okay, it's like out of this clam shell, okay, shining that light into the world. And it's also just in the context of these cards, it's like 2 forces uniting to become 1 institution. Okay, this is also marriage, the Hierophant. Okay, it's a major arcana as well, so it's divinely supported. Okay, on my side. And this, yeah, and I'm Capricorn, so this makes sense. The world. Okay, so I have the 4 cups, that anxiety, right? It was caused by being worldly. But as above, so below, as within, so without. So external struggle, internal struggle, right? It's all about balance and harmony. So, but this is she seems very liberated, right? Very full of life and spirit and liberated, whole, complete. This is also Saturn, okay, because it's the world card. So there I am, Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. That's my sun sign. With Cancer moon. Moon rules Cancer. Yeah. I think, my Mercury's in Aquarius. So that 3 of swords, 3 of scrolls is like the heartache, the tears of the pressure of the world. Saturn is a hard planet to be ruled by, that 10 of wands. But it's like, this is the self-mastery, that 10 of wands. It's like the 9 of wands, I can't, but until you get to the 10 of wands, you're like, wow, actually I could do it because I got all the way to the 10. And then you realize you were choosing to carry that whole heavy load the whole time, even though you were being divinely guided and assisted, right? It's just all a mental thing, thinking that we're alone, okay? 3 of swords. That's just like the Lonely Hearts Club band or whatever. Lonely Hearts Club, okay? And just the pressures of the world getting to, right, is what has led me to have so much anxiety that I've had to conquer. Like literally like panic attacks, throwing up, sweating, shitting. Oh, I'm sorry, but like horrible, like you're dying, okay, and you're having horrible physiological reactions, okay, and I'm talking about just from early childhood, before no more Yellens and chemtrails and all that, okay. So yeah, I remember the first panic attack I had. It was from seeing my dad and his brother be violent, and they were adults and, you know, had been drinking and whatever, you know, just my dad being the control freak Libra that he could be the Scorpio rising too. I don't know, I have a Scorpio Sag cusp rising, so I don't relate. I'm just kidding, I totally do, but I try to use that scorpionic energy for healing and teaching, not just that shell that can keep it self-contained and keep it just spinning around inside you, the emotions and thoughts and stuff. So, which is what that could be very much scorpionic energy, that Four of Cups, okay? The anxiety, emotional uneasiness, unrest. And it's also kind of like boredom, too. Just, you may even have things going on, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. We'll see what magic comes up. We'll see what's in store in the future. We'll just go with this right? It's just kind of MEH, meh. No exclamation point, no period. Just couldn't even punctuate, right? That's how tired we are. Okay. Yeah, it's just like the weight of the world. 10 of Wands, the World card, 3 of Scrolls, 3 of Swords. It's just like heartache, the pressure, the world. But it's like 10 of Wands, 10 of Spirals. So it's like you choosing. That's the point when you choose to like drop it all, drop the burden, or continue on. Because now 10 of Wands is like you're self-aware, you're aware of the Wands now. Now from here on out, now it's a choice. If you want to keep doing that, now you can't like blame the world and, oh, I was so hurt, and okay. This is self-mastery. This is accountability. This is high adulthood. Welcome. Please enter. You know, a lot of growing up has to be done when you call it a panic attack, right? But really what it is I can't. Okay, that's it's immature, really. It's selfish. If you look at it, if you really scrutinize self, okay, instead of like have it be this victimhood thing, right? Which keeps us holding on to it. So when we release the victimhood of it, now we're like, oh, well, now it's a choice if we want to keep holding on to it or not. That's accountability. That's responsibility, maturity, okay? And Saturn, that governs, okay? The World cards right there. But see how beautiful? Saturn's not trying to impede you or be obstinate. You know, Saturn doesn't like seeing you trip and fall on your face. It's not like Saturn goes, ah ha ha he he he. No, that's why Saturn's such a hard ass. Damn it. Ugh. Just saying that word, I'm like, my lungs are tired. Okay, so I kept shuffling. So I was like, just give me one card. Okay, so I'm clarifying the Death card, the Scorpio. I'm like, give me some info. Give me the scoop. Give me the skinny. Give me the inside on it. On the Scorp Ion. And interesting because I don't know what, if like it stuck a little bit or something, one of the cards. Somehow I saw this. Maybe I looked at the bottom at one point. My eyes said look at the bottom. And I saw the Emperor. I'm like, So that was the first thing. I'm like, this Emperor energy, huh? And that's also Aries, Arise, Archangel Uriel. Mars, okay, associated with Aries. Because it rules Aries, but it used to rule Scorpio. Okay, and we're clarifying about the Death card, about the Scorpio, that Scorp Ion. Okay, and now this flies out after I keep shuffling. Okay, I look at the bottom and I see it. I'm like, okay, so I just keep shuffling. I'm like, should I take it? I'm like, I feel like I should keep shuffling. So I just go with my guidance and this flips out. Okay, and then the next one that flips out, boom, flips over, but flips all the way over in my hand in the deck. But okay, the Emperor, I don't think it landed on the floor. I think it landed on the table, but that came out. And this, like, you know how it flips over and boom, there's the 10 of Pentacles. I'm like, okay. Yeah. The Green Witch, the healer, the weaver. That's why she's so abundant. Because she knows about the balance. Nature teaches her. Nature is her teacher. That is God. The true and living God. And then that came out, 4 of Wands, and that was 4 cards in total, including the Death card. So I'm like, okay. And since I had a 4 of Cups on my side and he had a 4 of Pentacles on his side, I'm like, okay, I think 4 cards is good, because I kept shuffling. I'm like, all right, I'm good. And these are kind of thick cards, so it can kind of like be rough on your thumbs or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm done. And that's right when Gat said Gabriel. Okay, and I look at the top. And it's the Judgment card and 7 of Wands on the bottom. I opened up to 9 of Pentacles twice with this deck, okay? And then, so he's talking, okay, Gat. And then I go to grab this deck and I'm shuffling and they're like sticking at first. I'm like, oh, you want already being obstinate, huh, Virgo? Mm-hmm. And, it's just like, gee. So he's talking, he's like looking at the constellations, okay? And the guy goes, okay, so now we're going to take a look at Virgo. Right when I start doing the... Okay, so right out the gate, Knight of Pentacles, and he is an earth sign of Virgo. Younger than me. So that's crowning. And then what came out? And I did it, shuffled the same way. Shuffle, then pull the center out. No single, like, one stuck out. So, but that's as per usual, because he was very withholding and very, just... There's one thing about, like, being protective of your heart. And there's one thing just, like, never sharing, like, he didn't even want to tell me what his birthday was to, like, look up his chart or anything. It was just like, God, man, this kid, like, and I say kid just because I call everyone kid. But, because I call people who are, like, twice my age kid and kiddo. But, I said it to him once and he got all offended because he's, like, 12 years older, 12, 13, 12 and something. So anyway, there's the Hermit, which represents Virgo. Oh, right at the core center of the reading, of course. There you are. Love to be the center of everything. And just kidding. And then there's Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. So just a little sproutling. Nothing, nothing sure. I mean, this is, yeah... just in the context, it's like Knight of Pentacles, Hermit, yep, he's still the same old, doesn't seem like anything new, nothing's sprouted, okay, still the same. Ace of Pentacles, he's been offered and had offered by God and hasn't done anything with it, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by that. And here's the Sun card on the masculine side for him, and he's a Leo rising, okay? So that's very much like, you know, at the core, he is the Hermit, the Virgo, you know, and there's a lot of goodness there, okay, but, like, his rising, what he wants to present is, like, that Leo, okay? And I'm not saying anything bad about Virgos, Leos, this is a personal reading for me, and I'm talking about specific people, okay, so yeah, what I'm getting from that is like, yeah, he doesn't really want to do much or going. He just kind of wants to like, oh, if I could just hold on to the seed forever and be good and never have to do anything, because then once you sprout that seed, then you have to do work and stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. Then you actually have to get in tune with your heart and take care of something, whatever it is, right? If you never get anything off the ground, get anything going. Um, you know, just kind of drifting through life, you know, whatever, it's all good. It's everyone's path, to each their own. And yeah, I had the Two of Cups on my side because, yeah, I felt love towards him. I'm just a loving person because I have love in my heart. It's, you know, this is my experience. This is me experiencing love. So, yeah, and it was sexual, and so Two of Cups, right? Yeah, okay, I could see that. And then his three were this: Nine of Pentacles, okay, Page of Rods, and also Nine of Pentacles came out twice here, so that little thing was kind of like, it was kind of like, yeah, he really showed interest when I was like thinking about getting back together with baby daddy or something like that, or, you know what I mean, trying to just figure out my life and just have something true, real, whatever. That was all manipulation, but you know, we had a child together. He was like, okay, I'm gonna do all the sweet talking bullshit that, you know, we all go through. Male, female, doesn't matter. Just being manipulated, and not even being manipulated. Just, you know, everyone's just doing the best they can, whatever, or not. I don't know, but doing them, I guess, you know, their own trip. But yeah, there's no animosity. I'm just. That's why I can kind of just say this and I'm not trying to be careful, like hurting people's feelings, whatever. Talking about my shit too. So yeah, Two of Cups, it was like, yeah, boom, boom. After like 2 months, yeah. Cause like 2 months, 2 weeks, I don't know, something like that. It was kind of like on my first love in high school. I just, after baby daddy and all that, this was like in between before I got back together with baby daddy. So I just wanted to like chill. Just we hung out, watched movies, played tennis together. You know, because he played tennis and stuff, and we had like a German connection because his mother's German, but his father's like American, whatever. So he, I got to hear him speak German and be like, ah, yeah, right. Just like if someone's really funny, like, oh, panties off. When you're stupid and young, I mean, I wouldn't say young. I don't want to associate an age or whatever, and what's young. It's all relative, whatever. So, okay, so that's what I got from the Nine of Pentacles, was just kind of like, oh yeah, you only want me when somebody else wants me. Yeah, right. And it's kind of like, I was also getting like the things that make your eyes wide, like, because the Nine of Pentacles is kind of really show. Look at that beautiful bird, just big, white. Oh, can't take your eyes off it. It's like that kind of thing, like a big bowl of beautiful fruit, or a nice set of juicy titties. I don't know, just that big, getting wide-eyed over things, getting so distracted and wide-eyed by worldly things. Okay, things of the flesh, because it's Nine of Pentacles. So it's like, oh my God, I love your car. Or, you know what I mean? It was just like having the hot girlfriend, or the, you know what I mean? Because it's it's with the Page of Rods, excuse me, which can be like very childlike energy, okay? Very swept away by the world, very childlike and immature, and not wanting to make a decision, just fickle and like, oh, if I can always just be here at the standstill, the crossroads, and never have to sprout the seed. Oh, I could just be a child forever and just keep getting, you know, things handed to me, whatever, because, you know, I'm cute, charming, whatever. And I never have to make a decision and settle down and sprout the seed and, like, make a commitment to anyone or what. Okay. So this is just someone who, that's their energy. So it's not a personal thing. This is just reading their energies, okay? And it's not like, oh, this person did this to me and they treated me like this. This is how a person is, or this is their energy, or this is their trauma, or their whatever. And it's always, you know, what's inside is what comes out. Okay? So, Dr. Wayne Dyer, you get orange juice from an orange because that's what's inside. What's inside is what comes out. So yeah, those were very much like never getting it off the ground too, so I can't decide, because you just want to be, he's just all about him. Here's the hermit at the core of it. Yeah, me. Who's at the core of what? Me. Who's my main focus at the core of me? Me. And the next thing I focus on is my rising, which is Leo, the other part of me. Not that people can't be loving, but it was more just an emotional and sexual thing, so. And what I got, that, yeah, if I, this Two of Cups, okay, was just all this pain, Nine of Wands, just all this bound up energy that needed to come out, be healed, come up for healing. Because here's the Justice card, okay, to be balanced out, Major Arcana, Ma'at, matters of the heart, weighing the heart, okay, so we got to get to the truth, the core of the matter, which was that if I stayed and just kept doing this twin flame thing, is just going to be Nine of Wands, okay, whereas with the Scorpio, it's Ten of Wands. Okay, and so when I was done, those were my three: Ace of Swords, Justice, and Nine of Wands. Okay, so and I'm also going to just feel vindicated letting this go. Okay, so once you get to truth, you get to balance. And then there's this letting go of all this pressure. When you know that you're not bound to anything. Okay? Oh, soul contracts, or whatever, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out the stuff that God's given me directly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, here is this Ten of Cups. Like, oh yeah, I just kind of got just pipe dream from that, because what was on the top was Ten of Swords. It's like, yeah, that's over. It's like, and it's like Ten of Swords, it's over, dead, something's dead, and it's like, but you don't have to, it can be released with love, okay? I remember I kept seeing this thing, a vision in my head over and over of the trail I was on, and I can't remember because of time and everything, but the day of the eclipse, August 21st, but I can't remember if that night I was doing that, but it was right around that time, because I remember what I kept envisioning was I was walking along the path, just out there by myself like I was that day, and he was the only other one coming, and it's like, we kind of didn't recognize each other, then turned back, like I was playing the scenario out in my head to do this release, okay? But this is how it was coming to me. And it was like, I had my backpack on going this way, and he was doing his thing, and it was just, he wasn't holding on to anything, his hands were free, same with me. It was just him by himself, just me by myself, and we just passed by, and then after we were a couple feet, strides away after we had crossed, okay, and then we turned back around, and he just kind of had a pleasant, like, Mona Lisa smile, and so, me too, and I was just like, yeah. It wasn't even like a goodbye, or hey, or I love you, it was just like yeah. It was just like that. It was like an understanding. It was just, like when you see your bro and you do the little chin up, you do the little head nod up to the sky, little sup nod, It was just kind of like that, like your brother, just seeing your brother, like, what's up? Like seeing your brother at school, but you see him at home every day, you know what I mean? But, or, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh, you saw him at school, like, hey, what's up, bro? Because you just saw him that morning, and then whatever. You're going to see him after school and stuff. So I cut this open, boom, went right to the death card, Scorpio. Okay, it was like, boom. One thing ends, then for the new to begin. Death, rebirth. And So this is very much a nature, the chrysalis deck, transformation. There's Merlin in here, Papa Legba, there's the Green Man Emperor. There's just, it's very connected to the ancient nature. And okay, so that's the one I was guided to use for the Scorpio, which hence, okay. And very interesting. So they wanted me to use this one for the Virgo Aquarius, and that's like what we're coming into, the spirituality. There's no hiding the truth anymore. So very made much sense to me that the angels chose the decks too, and which one went first, and I just went with my guidance because I had it set up to do the Virgo first and use this deck for the Virgo, but they wanted me to do the Scorpio first and use this deck for the Scorpio. So there you go. Just wanted to share that. And it is what it is. Take it, leave it, put it on something and spin it. I don't know. Put some neon lights around it. I don't know. Rub some sage on it. Toss it with some vinaigrette. Okay, I love you guys. Peace, blessings.